Hi, little birds. You may notice that I'm wearing the same thing from my last video. That's because I'm doing a bunch of them as much as I can. But one of the things I want to talk about today is, I'm in a few groups on Facebook and a few book groups on Instagram and other places where it's trans people. And most of the rules in these groups, one of them is that you can't talk about self-medication, which I find really perplexing. And here is why. Most trans people do not have health coverage. Most trans people get gatekeepers that don't give them hormones. And, I was one of those that also, I didn't have health insurance at the time. And so, in order to get my hormones, because I didn't want to wait, because, you know, the open enrollment period is only for a certain time to get insurance. No matter who you work for or where you get it from, there's an open enrollment period. If you miss that period, then you don't get insurance. And I was sure that I could afford it at the time, but I didn't want to have to wait. And I knew that getting meds here in the US was a lot more expensive, especially if I didn't have insurance. So I self-medicated, but I did my research. I researched for 3+ months on side effects, on what it will happen, on dosages, on exactly, protocols that a lot of doctors do. And so I educated myself before even doing it. I didn't just go out and just, okay, I'm going to start HRT and I'm going to do this. Um, and so the biggest thing I can say for those that you can't wait, you don't want to wait, or I can understand. I've been in your shoes and I will not put you down for doing it either. Um, I will say, it's better to have a medical provider, watching over you and making sure that um, you're not, good grief, um, you're not overdosing or you're not killing your liver or whatever it may be. But, you definitely want to have a doctor behind you, and they can also test your blood and see where your hormone levels are at. But I will not put anyone down for self-medicating. Now, will I give advice or dosages or anything like that? No, because I am not a medical provider. What works for me and what has worked for me might not necessarily work for you. And so generally, I don't give out that kind of information. Now, if you approach me and ask me privately where you could get hormones, HRT overseas, I would more than happy be to refer you to a couple of places that I use that seem pretty uh, reputable from other trans women that I've talked to. And I just find it ridiculous that these trans groups say, oh, you can't talk about self-medication. But at the same time, a lot of us get blockaded by medical providers. We get blockaded by insurance. And we get denied over and over on what we can do with our bodies. And, that's not right. Like, if I am telling you what's wrong, what's going on in my life, and what is wrong with me, then you should listen and just help me fix it. Help me, you know, do whatever with it. And for a trans person, that is transitioning typically. And to say, oh, you cannot transition because, oh, we're sorry, you don't have insurance, or that's against my religion. Like, that's just a cop out to say, I don't want to help you. And it's ridiculous. Like, I cannot tell you how ridiculous it is. Um, so yeah, it's just frustrating, I know, to get HRT when you don't have insurance or you don't have the money or you don't have a job. And that's the other thing. A lot of us are either on Social Security or we don't have jobs, or some of us are homeless. And to say, oh, we can't discuss self-medication here in this group, it seems kind of backwards because not all of us are privileged to have insurance. And, if they had straight out did uh, social insurance for everybody and just said, you know what, we're going to provide insurance for everybody instead of saying you have to pay for it, hey, why not? You know what? If at the end of the day we're going to have socialism and try to do some of these things that we're doing, then let's just blanket it out and do it. Because us being kind of under the table is saying, we're not socialists, so we're not going to do that. We kind of are, because we do food stamps, we do cash aid, we do other programs that are like socialism. It's ridiculous. And then you just say, oh, we're helping needy. Okay, fine. But at the same time, it's still a form of socialism. We're providing a service without you working. So, or we're providing the service for free. And America has a lot to do, like a lot to fix. And a lot of things have just gone under the table. It's crazy. So that's kind of my take on self-medication. If you do it, fine. I can completely and utterly understand. If you don't approve of it, sorry, but some of us have to transition because we cannot wait any longer for mental health or whatever. So, it's sometimes live or die if we don't get that HRT. So yeah, anyway, subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, subscribe to my other social media. I am on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I don't use my Twitter really, but it's there. And I also have an OnlyFans. And I don't use that much, but if I had some subscribers, I might use it and be like, oh, I have some paying people. Maybe I should give them a pic. Maybe I should give them a message, whatever it may be. So yeah, That's what I have for today, and I will see you later. Bye.